The Van Alstyne Education Foundation provides grants for teachers and students in Van Alstyne. These grants, made possible through your generous contributions, are impacting our students today.
I'm Mrs. Roddy and I teach first grade. I was lucky enough to receive a grant for STEM games and toys for the whole first grade, which have been a true blessing. It has been a wonderful addition to my classroom and the other first grade classrooms. We have used all the games and toys to motivate the students to think about building and to do higher level things in our classrooms. My students use our STEM toys and games so often that the boxes are starting to fall apart. We use them every single day and we enjoy it every minute. It's the biggest motivator I have. We are so excited about all the things that we got from our grant because they're really the best part of our day. We love to create and build and make new things, and it really broadens the way the kids think. I would not have been able to provide this for my students without the help from the Education Foundation. The grant was written for all 7 classrooms of first grade, so it was several $100s worth of things that we could never have afforded out of our own pockets or with our first grade funds. So it has helped us go above and beyond anything that we would ever have without the Education Foundation.
My name is Jenny McMurray and I teach physical education here at the elementary. This is my 2nd year at Van Alstyne and my 9th year teaching overall. I received a $2,500 grant for a climbing wall that will be installed sometime this summer, and we're really excited about it. It would have taken us a lot longer to have the funds to be able to purchase the climbing wall. It probably would have taken us close to 3 years to have it done. So it's really exciting that we got the grant and we'll have it installed this summer. I'm really excited about the climbing wall because it will give us another opportunity to incorporate something new and something different for the students to enjoy. We can use it as part of a warm-up activity or a fitness activity or a main activity. It can be part of a station. We just finished a Winter Olympics station for a couple weeks where we were learning about the Olympics, and I'm looking forward to next year when we do that we'll be able to have the climbing wall so the kids can gain upper body strength as well as coordination.
My name is Ryan Coleman. I'm the principal here at Van Alstyne Middle School. I think families should support the Education Foundation because it does great things for our kids. It provides things for them that we can't necessarily provide through the school budget. We've gotten a lot of teacher grants over the years that have been very, very helpful and have allowed us to do things for the kids that otherwise we wouldn't get to do. The Education Foundation impacts our students mainly through teacher grants. We've been able to get a lot of cool stuff to use in the classrooms, some technology to use in the classrooms, some different activities to use that have allowed the kids to do things that before we couldn't do. Without the Education Foundation, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of things that we do for our kids. There are different things that we provided for our kids that without the funds, there just wouldn't be money in the budget to do. Some of our kids are actually in the library behind me right now, or in front of me right now, using some of the things that were bought through the Education Foundation funds.
My name is Debbie Metters and I teach 5th grade science at Van Alstyne Middle School. I wanted to be able to provide my students with some opportunities or additional opportunities that wouldn't have been possible without the funding that the grant provided. There were some technology needs that I felt would really supplement and benefit our science classroom, and so I reached out through the grant to fill out an application. Without this grant, it would have been completely impossible for me to be able to provide this educational opportunity. I applied for iPads in my classroom, and the cost alone of the iPads would have been just unreachable. It would have been an unreachable goal for me. So being able to have those in the classroom, I was able to provide the students additional technology opportunities, research opportunities, project-based learning opportunities, and so many other things that we use them for on a daily basis that just wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have had the grant. I support the foundation and would encourage anyone in Van Alstyne to support the foundation because you're able to provide things for teachers that we wouldn't be able to get on our own. We have a wonderful district and a lot of great things that are available in each of our schools, but there's always the need for more. So the support that families and teachers and the community gives to the foundation enables our students to have additional opportunities and our teachers to be on the cutting edge of a lot of new things that are available for our students. The Education Foundation impacts my students on a daily basis because we were awarded these iPads in our classroom. Knowing that we have that technology available to us at a moment's notice has been great, especially in the science classroom. Students will have questions, and being able to send them straight to the iPads to do research has been wonderful. We've been able to use it for review games, we've made digital escape rooms, we've even used some of the Mac technology and created iMovies through a huge PBL that we worked on when we were doing weather and climate. The students researched Hurricane Harvey and were able to determine the reasons for the hurricane and all of the impacts from the community there in Houston. And so it's been just a wonderful addition to our classroom.
My name is Shannon Jones, and I am the school nurse here at Van Alstyne High School. I applied for a grant with the Education Foundation because it was a new requirement for 2019 that all CPR mannequins had to have instant feedback on them. There was no way in our budget that I could purchase those to be able to meet the American Heart Association's guidelines. Without having the Education Foundation grant, it would not have been possible for me in our budget to be able to purchase these new mannequins for the students to use. Family members, teachers, staff, myself, you should support the Education Foundation because it helps purchase things that the staff, the students need for the school that aren't necessarily things that we could purchase every day. This grant impacts our students and staff every year. It's made possible for our students to be able to learn CPR. It's a graduation requirement by the state of Texas that all students learn CPR prior to graduation. And then of course our staff members that are on site, we as well certify them. And that way we have everyone on campus. We have students that know CPR, our staff members know CPR. So that way in the event of emergency, we have more people that are able to respond besides just myself.
My name is Ella Burkhalter and I teach biology and pre-EP biology. So I applied for the Education Foundation grant because I really wanted students to have the opportunity to learn outside using an outdoor classroom, and those the supplies that we need for that weren't necessarily in our science budget. So being able to reach out and ask for help to get the things to move the students outside, to engage them in an outdoor learning environment was only made possible because of the funds through the Van Alstyne Education Foundation. We would not have been able to get our raised outdoor gardens or our picnic tables to have an outdoor learning center without the funds from the Van Alstyne Education Foundation. So we are so extremely thankful. Well, I support it because you'd be crazy not to. They provide scholarships to high school students that are deserving. They provide grants for faculty that for things that you don't normally have money for in your budget. So everyone should be supporting the Education Foundation. They are actually trying to do what is best for all students and teachers, so they're amazing. Lots of learning and lots of outdoor learning, because we know that students like to get outside, take the learning outside, so being able to go outside and use the picnic tables to take notes and to observe the difference between monocots and dicots, and just to learn about plants and how they grow, soil. You could learn ecosystems, genetics. All the things that are in the biology classroom can be learned outside. The Van Alstyne Education Foundation is truly amazing because they truly do everything they do is for the students and the faculty. I honestly don't know how a school survives without their Education Foundation. They have so many opportunities to help students and faculty throughout the year. They do the scholarships for the students. And we all know that kids need scholarships to go to college. So kids can apply and get the money from the Education Foundation, and they help the teachers in the classroom by getting things that we normally would not have the money to actually be able to provide our students. So I am incredibly thankful to the Van Alstyne Education Foundation.
Your generous contributions will help Van Alstyne provide the best possible education for our students. Thank you for your support.
Thank you! Thank you!